Hey everybody, it's me, Shella360, and I'm here with the Drama Club review, and this time I have two snacks. I've already got in on them, so you're not going to see first taste, but I've got this snack, which is the sweet potato snack, and it's from the Nongshim company, and it's made out of a sweet white potato, and that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like crinkle cut fries, right? Up close, it's got black sesame seeds. It's got this kind of crinkle cut look, and it's got a little bit of a glaze to it. It's sweet, and it tastes like leftover French fries. And I know that sounds gross, but it's made out of a white potato, right? And so it has that fried flavor that a fried potato takes on. And it's got that starchy flavor that potatoes have. But at the same time, it's got this black sesame, which adds kind of a nutty flavor to it. And it's got kind of a sweet glaze on it that adds a little bit of extra sugar. So it's like leftover French fries that have been like refried and added a little like sugar to it. And that sounds gross, but these are really good. Like, these are fantastic. I'm really glad I bought these. I bought these at my local Asian market, which is why it's got a price tag on it. It was $1.59. Cheap, but totally worth it. And while I was there, bought something else that I had to buy because I'm a show-all. I bought this banana milk. Oh my gosh. Okay, so banana milk. For years, Taman banana milk, I've been hearing. But I've never actually tasted banana milk before. But I bought this, and it's actually really good. It tastes like bananas mixed with milk, basically. And this is real milk. It's what they call shelf-stable milk. So, like, when you go to the store, this isn't in the refrigerated section. It's actually, like, on the shelf. You can buy it, take it home refrigerated, and then drink it. And it's good. It's not spoiled or anything. It's actually really interesting. So, if you're not familiar with shelf-stable milk, I know a lot of you from Europe are familiar with shelf-stable milk and in other countries. But in America, we don't drink as much of that. So, we're not as familiar. But, yeah, shelf-stable milk. Tastes delicious. It's really good. It's got just enough banana for you to know it's banana milk, but not so much that it tastes like a banana smoothie. Like, it doesn't taste like that at all. It's very much more on the milk side than the banana side. So, yeah, very tasty. Delicious. All right, so on to the drama. So, episodes 5 and 6, so much went on that I've actually been worried about how I'm going to do this review because I have so much to talk about. So, I'm just going to talk about kind of the most important parts. I know last time I did it by character, and that really worked out, but there were so many kind of intersections of characters that were important to both people that I kind of feel like I have to talk about different incidents and then talk about how I feel they affected the story. So, interactions between Heejin and Seungjun. I can see where their interactions are starting to change the nature of their relationship. So, you know, they went from having a relationship where Heejin was kind of like loving on the memory of Seungjun, but she could never really tell him who she was in real life. And Seungjun was kind of looking at her as this incompetent nincompoop at his job. But after the whole airport thing, a lot of stuff changed between them. And I think because of that, he's really changed his opinion about her. He's changed his attitude towards her. And he's really starting to see her for like the kind, selfless person that she is. And I love that. Because the more positive he gets about her and the better his treatment gets of her, the more she starts to see the old Seungjun in him. And kind of the more confidence that gives her and the better that makes her feel. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. The better he treats her and the nicer he is to her, the more she feels like he remembers who she was as a person and the more confident she feels about being around him and possibly revealing herself to him. And I think that was a really important development. And of course, you know, she's still there to be his guardian angel. She rescues him from the incident with the car accident where he was just, you know, in the road, you know, about to get hit by cars. She comes in at the last minute, helps him. She makes sure that he's taken care of after he gets soaked. She has Shinyuk go and feed him porridge, which that was so funny to me the next morning. And he's like, are you wearing my boxers? He's like, yeah, these are really comfortable, man. And he's like, take off my boxers right now. He's like, okay. And he starts to take them off. He's like, no, keep them. Don't ever give them back. You can have them. But yeah, I love seeing how their relationship is changing to the point that I think Seung-jun is starting to crush on her a little bit. Not in the same way that he's, trying to romance Hari, but more like, I don't know what my feelings are around you, and because I don't know what my feelings are, I'm uncomfortable. Like, I'm not sexually attracted to you necessarily, but I feel some kind of attraction, or at least some growing emotion. Especially like when he sees the onion on her desk and she drew the little happy face on the onion. The huge smile he had when he saw the onion is like, aw, baby. And then when he goes home and he makes his own onion buddy and he has that huge smile again, it's just like, aw, something's going on there. So yeah, I'm glad to see that their relationship is changing for the better. I'm really happy about that. Seung-jun and Shin-hyuk, I'm really excited about their bromance. So the first hint of their bromance starts with the fact that Shin-hyuk, I guess, tangos with, I don't know if he was going for a hug or if he was going for a dance move. I can't really tell what he was doing. But anyway, he does this to distract Seung-jun so that he can rescue the puzzle piece that Heejin was looking for. And that's the first thing that kind of puts him on the map for Seung-jun. Because before that, I don't even think Seung-jun really paid any attention to him. Even when in the meeting, Shin-hyuk confronted him about being mean, I still don't think he really thought about him much. But now that they've had the kind of weird man tango in the office, and now the whole thing about the panties and where'd you get these underwear, these are so comfortable, you should buy me some, or at least tell me where to buy some. Now they've had that whole panty thing, I can see where like that's a possibility for a friendship to develop. And I think that friendship will be really important because right now Seung-jun is like the office villain. And Shin-hyuk, even though he's the office weirdo, the rest of the office actually genuinely likes him. Like in the first episode, you could tell that everybody liked him. So it is kind of important that Seung-jun, even though it's a reluctant friendship, if he becomes friends with Shin-hyuk, that's going to help him get closer to the rest of the editorial staff. And I think that's going to help save most magazines. So yeah, I look forward to seeing that happening in the future. Other relationship developments having to do with Shin-hyuk. I love Shin-hyuk and Heejin's friendship because it's what both of them need. She needs a friend who is a true friend because right now things between her and Hari are starting to look suspect, but he also kind of needs somebody that he can trust because even though it hasn't been stated explicitly in the show, you can tell that Shin-hyuk has something going on in the background that he hasn't been able to reveal, which leads me to think he has some trust issues. I feel like this whole kind of bumbling reporter facade that he puts on, even though we know he's got money because he's been living in the hotel suite for a year, I think that that's happening because maybe in the past he's been hurt and he has felt like he can't trust people. So he's got to put on this mask to get people to let their guards down around him and for him to get the opportunity to actually see who people really are before maybe he lets them into his world. And so Heejin, for him, I think he really likes the fact that like of the people in the office, she takes more time with him because she's a selfless person and she's a giving person and she's always been that way. Like when she first met Seung-jun as kids, she was like, I see past the fact that you're a heavyset kid and I just want to be friends. So I think that that's the kind of person that he needed in his life, and she needed somebody to look out for her because she has been looking out for everybody else in her life. So I don't think she's had anybody to really take care of her before. And even though his methods are weird and he can be annoying, at the end of the day, he really is taking care of her. He sees her needs and he addresses them. When she needed the puzzle piece, without saying anything, he was perceptive enough to see that she needed help getting this, and he did it for her. When she came to the office with a cold, he made sure that she had a mask, which he drew a little face on, and he made sure she had cold medicine, and he told her you can go take a nap in the back if you need to. Like, he's there for her in a way that a lot of people aren't, even though Hari does try to kind of be there for Heejin, and their relationship is so old that, you know, they probably are there for each other in ways that, of course, Shinyuk can't be. But with Hari, I feel like she kind of is the mother hen towards Hari a bit. So Hari can't really take care of her as much as Heejin takes care of Hari. Whereas I feel like Shinyuk is really taking care of Heejin, and she really needed somebody to take care of her. So I love their relationship. I think it's the best. And Shinyuk, I love you. Another relationship that Shinyuk has that's really important in the show is the relationship between Shinyuk and Hari. What I love about their relationship, even though we haven't seen a lot of it, I love the fact that out of all the people in Hari's life, Shinyuk is the only person in her life that she doesn't have to lie to. She has to lie to Shunjun. I'm having such a hard time with the guy's name. Sungjun. I'm sorry, but these names, they're so close together. Hari has to lie to Sungjun about being Heejin. She has to lie to Heejin about her still being involved with Sungjun. She doesn't have to lie to Shinyuk about anything. She knows who he is, he knows who she is, and they can have an honest, truthful relationship. And she can talk to him about a lot of stuff. And she doesn't have to put on glamorous airs with him. She doesn't have to try to make herself anything that she's not. She just is who she is, and he's just who he is, and they get to be honest with each other. And I really, really like that, because she's going to need somebody, because she's about to blow this whole thing up. So the last set of relationships and incidents that have been important to me for these last 2 episodes is what is the foundation for an explosion between the 3 on the love triangle. Sungjun is starting to look at Hari a little bit closer, and he's starting to realize that his old friend has changed. She doesn't do the same thing that Stoplight she used to. She seems to enjoy the rain now. She's just not the same way he remembered. And he's kind of going through a little bit of a crisis, because on his subconscious, he's starting to really like the true Heejin from The Office. But the Heejin that he's going on dates with, he's starting to feel like he doesn't really know her. And he's wondering, should I give up on my old love, or should I pursue this new love? And at the end of episode 6, you kind of think he's decided to pull away from both. Because even though he has the last puzzle piece, which Hari stole from Heejin's desk and gave to him, which I don't know why she did that. Even though he has the last puzzle piece, he doesn't complete the puzzle. And even though he knows that he's starting to have positive emotions for Heejin, and he made the little onion buddy at his house, he throws the onion buddy away. So I think he's at a crossroads where he's trying to decide who he wants to pursue, or maybe even not who he wants to pursue, but what does he really feel about both of these women? And so he gets rid of like both objects that represent these women so that he can concentrate on what are his true emotions. I thought that was really smart. But Hari and the puzzle piece and everything that's going on with Hari. So Hari's relationship with Heejin, they've been friends for well over a decade. They probably were friends as infants, and they're close to their 30s. So yeah, they've been friends practically forever. And the fact that Hari is still pursuing this relationship with Sungjun, and this is her best friend, lifelong friends, practically sisters, first love. It is just, when she was doing it kind of passively, I was okay, because at any point in it, she could have stepped away. But when she took the puzzle piece and gave it to Sungjun, I was like, why? Why? Because now you went from passively encouraging him to actively encouraging him to seek something with you. And I know why you did it. Because you felt like most magazines going to close in 3 months. He's going to go back to America. I can romance him in secret until he goes back to America. And at least I'll have had a taste of that in my life. I get that. But girl, anything you could have with him will never matter as much as what you have with Heejin. Will never matter as much as your lifelong friendship, your sisterhood, the fact that her family embraces you as one of their daughters, you know, and this friendship goes even further than just the friendship between the two of you and the friendship you have with her family. Like, your mothers, like her natural mother and Heejin's mother, are close. Which I thought that Hari's mother was dead, but apparently she's alive. But yeah, like the friendship that you guys have is built on so many stairs. And when you pull one of those bricks out of the foundation, those stairs are going to collapse. And I hate this. I hate this. And I understand why Hari's doing this, because the family dynamics that she's coming from, they're fucked up. And I feel like it's informed her moral set. And I don't even think she could be as good a person as she is if it wasn't for the fact that she had this friendship not only with Heejin, but Heejin's family. They kind of raised her to be a better person than what her actual father and stepmother were raising her to be. Also, just, this is side point, but maybe y'all caught this too. So we find out that Hari's mother is alive. And the stepmother is extremely aggressive towards Hari and finds out that Hari is lying about being Heejin with this guy. I'm sure that's going to be part of the explosion later on down the road. But Hari's mother being alive, later on in the episode, they mention an author named Ten. And they assume that the author is all these different things, but eventually it kind of is emphasized that this author is possibly Korean and possibly in their 40s. Could this be Hari's mother? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Hari comes from a fucked up background. And I feel like Heejin and Heejin's family has been a lifeline for her. And I know that she knows how important they are. So for her to continue to pursue this relationship with Seungjoon in the face of everything that her best friend and her best friend family has been to her, I just feel like it feels incongruous with her personality that's been established on the show, and it just makes me sad. It makes me sad. And I wish that it wasn't like that, because I really love the friendship between Heejin and Hari. Like, they are friendship goals, and to have it all fall apart the way that I know it's going to once it all gets exposed, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch. I will watch for the sake of the drama club, but I'm scared. I'm really scared because I hate to see this happening. And then I'm going to note a couple of things that have happened in episodes that I hadn't mentioned before, that they're really small things, but I want to mention them anyway because they were important to me, because I'm like, wow, I should have paid attention to that. So one thing I didn't pay attention to is that I did a review of a ramen snack called Pushu Pushu, and in one of the episodes, Siwon's character slammed Heejin's head on the desk to break up his Pushu Pushu, which I thought that was funny. Another thing, it's really weird to me how Seungjoon is the character that was like in America the longest, and his English was fucking terrible. But then Junwoo was in the office reading an English article, and his English was perfection. Like, it was beautiful. And I decided to look up the actor that plays Junwoo, because I'm like, where did he come from? Because his English is really good. I wonder if he's from the United States. Guys, I had no idea that he was Mickey from JYJ's brother. Did you guys know that? I had no idea. I was like, wow. First of all, they don't look alike to me at all. Like, I would have never placed them for brothers. And secondly, his English is so good. Oh my gosh, like, you can really tell when somebody spent a significant amount of time speaking a language, because his English was phenomenal. Like, the accent was perfect. So yeah, those are some little things that I noticed in the episode that I wanted to address because they were just cool to me. But anyway, that's my review, and trust me, you guys, as scattershot as this review sounds, you have gotten the best version of this review, because I have filmed this review at least 6 different times, and each time I did, my review came in at over 30 minutes because I had so much to say. So I really narrowed it down for you. So I hope that you enjoy it, and I want to hear your opinions about everything. And yeah, let's just chat in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the new wig, and my prayers go out to our friends in Europe, in Paris, in France, anyone who's hurting right now. If you've been personally affected, I want you to know that I'm here for you. You can chat with me, talk with me. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry about all of this. I'm sorry. Even though I know that I have no stake in this, I'm sorry about it because it pains me to see people in pain. And I just wish that y'all didn't have to go through this. So, yeah. All right, you guys. I will talk with you all later. See you in the next drama club. Oh, or I may see you out on my other channel because I have a video from my other channel that I'm going to be making right now. So I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.